Today on SDS Garage, we're fitting train horns and a gas bottle air tank to Lance. There's no real good reason we're doing this, but it should be fun.
Will be.
Let's do it. So yeah, today is truly just about having a bit of fun, doing something a little bit creative. Got an old gas bottle we're going to use as an air tank and you know, make it look authentic on the side of the ute. And I've gone out and got some pretty high quality train horns, and I can attest, or at least Megan can attest to how loud they are. Hey Megz, come here for a sec.
Shit! Dickhead! Oh my god, I'm having a heart attack!
So we'll go about mounting the gas bottle, mounting the horns, and mounting all the electrical and the solenoids and stuff, and then hook it all together. So there's no real order in how we do this. Get everything mounted, and then hook it all up, and yeah, go and scare the shit out of some people. James is on the grinder. That's always a good sign. The more grinding he does, the less I have to do. Oh, hang on. Did you empty it?
No.
That's not even funny. I definitely wouldn't do that. So first step is we got in and started prepping the old gas bottle. I got this from the tip, and it is rusty and crappy looking for a reason, because it's got to fit in with the patinted theme of Lance. As usual, it's just about using what's laying around in the shed. This is an old shackle pin that just fit neatly in the hole of the gas bottles. So we welded up where the grease nipple would have been, turned it upside down and whacked it straight in the top, welded around and then cut it off. But before we do that, we went ahead and drilled the inlet and outlet holes in it so we didn't end up building pressure up inside it when we capped that off, as it would really create a lot of heat in it. And there would have been still some sort of remnants of, you know, liquefied gas on the walls of the tank. So safety first, we drilled the holes in it and then went about and looked where we're going to mount it on the ute as well before we went too crazy. 90 degrees, I reckon, roughly.
So we had a plan where we're going to fit it?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, we're going to mount her here.
So we're going to have to move that.
Yep.
And then we just put a bit of angle from there to there. And then just, I don't know, weld some brackets around it or something. Have him tucked up in there, just sort of back there somewhere.
If we unbolt it and sit up there, and maybe we might not have to take that strap off.
No, well, it might actually come in handy, some of it. Actually, no, we'll just cut it off because it'll add to the look. It'll look round, and maybe just a matter of welding. It'll be pretty easy. We'll probably just weld a piece of square straight to the top of it.
Yeah.
Go from there to there, at the end. So
you want to cut that strap off the bottom?
Yeah, I think we'll cut that off. Make it look like a little tank.
Righto.
So one straight down and then one, I don't know, sort of at, you know, 1, 2 o'clock or something up there.
Yep.
There, hose will go over that rail and then into the cab. Righto. You're doing all the welds, so when we pressurise this, it's all on you, brother. Are you confident?
No.
It's good to hear.
Confident? No.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
So you got pressurised.
The how?
How? Just too much heat.
No. There's still a bit of gas in there.
Well, there ain't no more.
Jesus. I washed that out like 2 or 3
Yeah,
times.
it'd be the residual. So. We're still here.
Carry on.
Yeah, why not?
Put the bolt back in.
Oh, she come out.
It blew the bolt out.
I didn't see that.
My lord.
Well, that's what it would have been.
Shit. Yeah, I know, but there's a big hole. There's a big hole still there.
I pulled the bolt out. Oh well.
Just protect the thread, that's all.
You happy?
Yeah, well, it didn't go bang. It could be one of those, why didn't we learn from the first time things? Anyway.
Captain Risky.
Yeah, right. I didn't expect that. I reckon you might have that first kick. It's alright.
You happy?
Yeah. Still in one piece. Well, I'm kind of glad that's over. We've got a lot of welding to do to it yet, I suppose.
Ah, should be all over now, boy.
Alright, so we've got the original cap welded up and sealed now. We've got both the fittings welded in and airtight, we think. So it's time to pressurise it now before we put it in the car, obviously, and if there's any other pinholes in it, we can weld those up. So see how Jamesy went.
Yeah.
Yep. Righto. Number 2. That sounds good.
It does. I think we've got no leaks.
Oh, it's hurting my head.
I was just thinking, if you had that bit of angle, you could nearly weld it in the centre.
Yeah.
Bolt up here so you're not on the front.
Yeah. Now we know it holds pressure. It was time to mount it up under the tray, and it really was a design as you go process. Just broke the welder out, got some flat, and just started creating.
Out here, you want it in there.
I reckon just, yeah, about there. See that?
What?
It's sharp.
It is sharp.
That was amazing.
You like it?
I love it. Look at that. I mean, it is just scungy enough to be on Lance. Just.
Something I prepared earlier. Like that?
Yeah. Went the right way.
That's what I thought. There you go.
Okay, James nearly finished mounting that compressor. We'll get in and mount the air horns. I was going to put them under the tray, but there is a space in front of the air filter under the bonnet. So we'll go ahead and make some brackets up for that and get that mounted and run the airline. Nearly done in there or what?
You mate.
Oh. Fuel tank.
It is there somewhere.
So what's the problem?
There's no problem.
Oh, come on. What did you drill through?
No, I didn't drill through nothing. No, she's all good.
Have you?
But once it, obviously it won't be able to slide anyway, because it's on rubber bands.
Yeah, right.
So it won't go anywhere.
No.
Once they hold down, it shouldn't go backwards this way or that way when it vibrates.
Should be sweet, mate.
That was the only problem I had.
Oh, that's not a problem. That's fine. Thought he'd done something really silly.
No.
That was that measure once, cut twice.
That's the one.
World famous.
Well,
Job done, lad.
just bolt them in, mate, yeah.
Nice.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Hopefully it'll pull down.
Awesome.
Should go close.
Hopefully the with the seat right back, it should just miss it. I did test that.
Well, I did move it, but I pushed it back.
Yeah,
Really well.
it should be pretty damn close, mate. Pretty sweet. Ollie. Okay, so now we've got the gas bottle air tank mounted. We've got the compressor mounted behind the seat. We've also got the air horns mounted under the bonnet. It's time to do all the plumbing and electrical that goes with it. There is a little bit to it. It's not overly complicated, but there's just a few parts. So when you're putting all the fittings together, really take your time, use thread tape, because once they're mounted in the vehicle, it's a real pain if you have any air leaks. So I really got as much as I could done outside of the vehicle before I started clamping all the hoses onto it when it was installed behind the seat. Okay, so it's really starting to look like a nutty professor's science experiment here. It's not, it's pretty simple. Obviously we've got the compressor here, airline coming out into a T-piece. You got your pressure switch above and then your airline going out into the air tank. So that essentially becomes part of the air tank now. Now your pressure switch is wired from the switch panel through the pressure switch into the solenoid. So I'm using 100 amp solenoid because that's what I had laying around the shed as a massive relay to turn the compressor on and off, or rather pass the power through. So the inlet power side is not going through the board, it's going directly to the battery, that's your battery positive in, battery positive out. So it is switched on the battery side. So we'll have to have the car running to use the compressor, which is a good rule in general anyway. So that switches your solenoid on and off via your pressure switch through the aux beam multifunction switch panel, which is a bit of a mouthful, I know. So the air coming out of the T-piece also continues into a pressure regulator. I had to pressure regulate down to 40 PSI. This is a 90 to 120 pressure switch, which means that the compressor switches on at 90 PSI and off at 120, which was too much for the spring in this air horn solenoid that I got off eBay. So I might look at another solenoid one day. Although 40 PSI is plenty to run those air horns, that is plenty loud. 100 is more fun. Anything over 40 PSI, and I was getting a gentle hum through the horns, which got louder and louder and louder. So regulated down to 40 PSI, this can handle that and actually holds the pressure back. And running through the aux beam multifunction switch panel also, you can turn the air horns on and off and give them a blast. I hope that all makes sense, guys. It is hard to describe what I've done there. It does look pretty crazy, but none of this needed to be done. Obviously, this is just for a bit of fun. I did want to have a compressor in the car for inflating tyres and whatnot. You know, we are going to use this as a four-wheel drive one day as soon as we get all these little jobs done. And the air horns were just a fun thing to do to go with it. Along with the air tank, I've always had that idea. I think it really suits Lance having the old gas bottle air tank on the side too. So anyway, guys, we're going to leave it there. It's bloody hot in the shed. Next time we see you, we'll be on our way to Caboolture to the Land Cruiser show up there. I can't wait. It's going to be a ball, and it's going to be a bloody adventure getting there. 42-year-old car. All I've done is really service it. Yes, I've done a lot of running gear and brakes and, you know, generally just getting it tidy and safe. As far as the engine goes, she's pretty rigid-edge, so it'll be a bloody adventure, no doubt. Obviously, James, you'll come along for the ride. I'm really looking forward to it. We're going to have a couple of days getting up there, camp over the night somewhere, and see what kind of adventure it is. So if you see us on the road, guys, give us a thumbs up and we'll give you a toot. Don't forget, you only live once. Get out there and enjoy it, and we'll see ya at the Land Cruiser show. Cheers, guys.
just did that? Oh man.
Oh my god. Oh, that'll do me, eh?